In this video, I'll show you how you can use diff to analyze your SAP Integration Suite landscape to understand what you have deployed and if this is correct. So, as a part of this, once you have installed diff, configured agent, and set up a landscape, you have this landscape overview. And in the landscape overview, you can do a lot of things about understanding what is the difference between your development, your QA, and the productive system. So, let's look at these things. So, the first thing is obviously we can select the landscape. That should be pretty easy. We can see if we want to see what things has been changed the last week. We can go in and see these items has been changed the last week's time, which is pretty cool. We can also check iflows with a certain status. That's in status error across the landscape. And as you can see here, we have items that are in dev, QA, and production, and we can see the version in each of these, what they are. There's something about here we can go and look at specific landscape items to use the queries only on the productive system to see which of them have errors in. So now we only see the ones that has an error here. We can see here there is something about the design time version that is different than deploy time version. Really nice information. So hopefully you don't have too many exclamation marks on the productive system. We can also go in and see is there something that has a differences between these ones. So we can see here there's an iflow here in our development that is in a different version than our production one. Not really ideal. We can obviously go in and compare this, see what's the difference between these ones. This is definitely something we should look more into for such scenarios and understand what's going on. We have a number of different ways we can compare this. So there's a lot of ways you can go in and check what's actually being processed and what's the differences between these ones. We can get all the parameters for all the landscape or specific items here. It obviously also shows script collection, value mappings, all these things that you have in the landscape, and you can do comparisons with these items. Yeah, I should probably have just selected for a few. Now it generates for full landscape. Let's see what that looks like. It takes a little while. So here we have the configuration report, so we can see for our iflow that is named this in the name of the iflow, the name in QA and production. Then we can then see all of the configuration parameters, what they are in the different landscape. This is really nice if you want to see what's going on, who made changes to the landscape. Then you would want to use this and see, did we actually configure all the productive settings in the landscape? So it's easy to go through this and filter it. So that's a nice way to look at it. We can also just export this full list as a CSV, where you can see all of the different iflows, the different versions, fingerprints, etc. for these things. And given this, it really gives you a good opportunity to understand your current PR landscape, what's going on, or Integration Suite landscape, what's going on, and what you need to do. And obviously, if you find that there's a lot of inconsistencies, it may be a good idea to understand whether or not the diff tool can simplify your operations. I hope you like this. Please please share, and please comment if there's something you think this is really nice, or something we want to improve, something that could simplify the way you're working on this. Thank you.